What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Talk Talk Punch. Thanks so much for joining us. Now, whether you're watching us here on YouTube or you're listening in on the audio version, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers. Do us a favor, and as like a New Year's 2022 gift, you're here already, just click the subscribe button. It'll make you feel good. Then you come back here every Wednesday to see what we're talking about. Kind of like this week's topic, we're going over the best, our favorite thing of 2021, our most anticipated thing of 2022. Then we're giving some predictions for 2022. It's gonna be awesome. I am Brody Hanson.
I am Charlie.
I'm Too Dong Dylan.
All right, guys. Well, let's get right into this thing. All right. So, how did you? I know when we talked about this over the text, I had said like movies and TV. Did you guys focus on anything? Are you mostly movies? Are you mostly TV? Are you did you stray off and do something like a book, Charlie?
I wanted to. For my most anticipated, there are some video games that are coming out next year that I'm like super excited about. But I guess we'll talk about that another time.
Sure.
So I followed your guidelines because I don't want to make you mad. Because then I'm gonna get texts from your wife, and it's just it's uncomfortable. She is an amazing human being, but also terrifying.
She is.
When she's angry. So hey, Amy, you're the best.
She is the best. How about you, Too Dong? Did you focus on just movies for this, or?
I did. I focused on movies. Yes,
Okay.
my list is movie centric.
Okay. All right. I did a little bit of both. Dipped my toes in a couple different places.
Oh, bro.
You know, you gotta watch.
Mine kind of has a bit of a dabbling of the prediction one may have a smidgen, a hint of TV, but it's still mostly movie.
Ooh, exciting.
Ooh, oh my.
All right. So, our favorite movie or TV show from 2021. Tudong, let's go ahead and start with you.
Well, I mean, it's going to be with a lot of folks, but that Spider-Man Far From Home, that that was like big, like an adventure movie, just about. You've got quality, you've got writing, you got unbelievable callbacks, got the MCU, you've got it all there. You got Peter Parker transition finally into a Spider-Man.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
No spoilers.
Should I take out my headphones? Are we doing spoilers?
No
I'm
spoilers.
Not spoilers.
No spoilers.
I'm just saying he's gonna put the man in Spider-Man.
Well,
that's all.
That's a spoiler. So now we know that. Great.
Yeah, I think this is a good pick, Tudong.
Thank you. I mean, it's going to have very easily be like the biggest moneymaker, even in the the COVID pandemic business. But I say this thing just blew the lid off it all, and we got back to pre-COVID kinds of blockbuster films that you want to see in the movie theater, even if you'd rather see it at home. This is one of those that you go out and you watch.
I know.
And I went. You go in with high expectations, and then they get exceeded. Glorious, I say.
Yeah, I know. Charlie, you got to see this one so we can have an episode, because I would just love to talk about this with you guys.
Is this on Disney Plus?
No, it probably won't be either.
Not for a while.
Oh, I don't. It's the Sonyverse, man. I don't know. We don't have any Sony stuff on there yet.
Well, it'll come to one of the streamers eventually.
Someday.
No, I don't know. I'm torn because I do want to see it, but also the theaters are, anyway.
All right, Charlie, let's go to yours.
All right. Well, I haven't seen Spider-Man, so I didn't put that on there. Look, I could have put any number of television shows or movies on here. You guys hear me talk enough about Ted Lasso to know that I'm absolutely in love with it. It was a wonderful year for just like the Marvel shows and so much good content. But this show really surprised me. So I wanted to put something on here that I wasn't expecting to be good, that absolutely blew me away. Because there's a lot of things that I thought, okay, like WandaVision was amazing, but I was expecting it to be amazing. Like my expectations were maybe exceeded a little bit, but I was going into Loki thinking, is it gonna be good, et cetera, et cetera. But this one I just didn't know anything about. It's a kind of a random assortment of you get Martin Short, Steve Martin, and Selena Gomez. It's an interesting pairing of people. And I just wasn't sure what to expect. I didn't know if it was going to be like, just ridiculous, if it was going to be overly serious. I didn't know. And so when my wife and I started watching it, we fell in love with the show. It's really, really fun, really cute. It's really engaging. I thought all the performance was really good. I love seeing Steve Martin, Martin Short together again. So if you haven't had, it's on Hulu. I know if you were smart and got Hulu in the Black Friday deal for $1 a month, then you too can watch this Only Murders in the Building. It ends in a big cliffhanger. I'm really excited for season 2. So if you haven't had a chance to check it out, you absolutely should, Dylan, since you have Hulu.
I do.
Really good. Really good.
Cool. Now, what's it about?
It's about a murder.
There's a murder in the building, and it's kind of like a true crime podcast. These true crime podcast aficionados start investigating the murder in their building, and then things are intertwined and interconnected. And there's some really good episodes that I think you and I can talk about once you've had a chance to watch it. So the first episode is good, but it just keeps rolling and getting better and better. So. Now,
you said before you didn't know what you were getting into. Was it slapsticky, or was it like what would you say the vibe is like?
I think it's certainly comedic, and there is an element of mystery to it, and there are some really poignant moments and some really just like something kind of just hits you with some like heavy stuff or some serious like whoa, there's some suspenseful moments, but yeah, like it's a comedy for sure, but like a mystery comedy, but I think done in a way that I don't want to spoil it, but it's done in a way where I think it's really like worth watching to kind of find out. And I think the tone kind of shifts throughout the season is just kind of like what they're exploring shifts throughout the season as more things start to get uncovered, as more like Nathan Lane is just amazing in this. There's a whole episode like told from the perspective of a deaf character, and so there's like no dialogue for like a whole episode, and it's like super super cool. Just like the whole episode is like just really like a triumph in television making. But Steve Martin and Martin Short are like worth the price of admission. So
does Selena Gomez ruin it?
No. And even Siri says good. Siri has gotten more and more involved in everything that I do. She just keeps chiming in. No, Selena Gomez is good. She's good in it. She's good. She's a good actress. I think I haven't seen her in anything other than this, but she was good in this.
Yeah.
But she was in like Disney shows, right? Didn't she do?
I think so.
She was like in High School Musical or something. No, that's Vanessa Hudgens. I don't know. Yes, she was in Disney. Yeah.
We'll do a whole Selena Gomez episode another time.
There we go. Yeah, this is one that I wanted to see, but I don't have Hulu, and I was going to buy it on Black Friday, and then got distracted, and then missed it. Failed. All right. One day I'll watch it. I'll get Hulu one day. Okay. Mine is Spider-Man. Man, This movie. Holy smokes. When we first started talking about this, I was like, okay, so like Dune is going to be my favorite thing of the year. I really like that. It was really surprising to me. Oh, too dog. I liked it. And then I saw this movie and I was like, oh my gosh, like this movie blew my mind. It was so good. It accomplished so much. There's so much to it. I just walked out and I was like, how did it do that and that and that and set up that and conclude that and do that? It's like, I don't understand how they did so much in this movie. And it was like over 2 hours and didn't feel like it. We got out of the theater and Amy was like, yeah, that was like a 2.5 hour movie. I was like, no way. It just flew by. I want to see this again. I can't. I just want to talk about this movie for the whole episode. But I can't because Charlie hasn't seen it, and I really don't want to spoil anything. Really don't want to spoil anything, but I just want to talk about this movie so much with you guys. Oh, it's so good. Charlie.
All right. I'll see it. You and Dylan can do a solo. You guys do a duo cast.
Oh.
All right. I'll watch it. I'll go see it.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so good. Oh man, I've been okay. So it's been like 2 weeks maybe since I saw it. Yeah, we saw it the Friday that it came out. Whenever I text you guys, and I was like, "You guys got to see this."
You did, yeah.
And
that was a really great text to get, by the way.
And
that was really funny.
And I've been thinking like, okay, so where does this fall? I'm like, does this hit my top 5 favorite movies of all time? And it might.
Wow,
it might.
See, bro, you want to give it a little second here, okay? You said the same thing with The Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight Rises? No.
Yeah, you said that when you first time, and I always say to you, bro, you got to give it a little bit of chance.
No, I didn't say it with Dark Knight Rises.
I'm Switzerland in this one. I don't remember you talking about that, other than how you kept defending the Bane voice in the trailer.
No, I never watched the trailer. That's what that's what happened to me. Is I went on media blackout. I didn't watch any trailers. I didn't watch any pictures, and I went in, and I think that actually hurt my viewing experience because I wasn't as excited for it.
Yeah.
But that's Dark Knight Rises. We'll talk about.
Also, it wasn't as good a movie, which also probably hurt your movie-going experience.
That's true.
That's true.
But Spider-Man was amazing.
The amazing
pun intended. It was spectacular.
Yes, it was.
All right. Well, those are the 3 best things. If you haven't seen those yet this year,
those 3.
Go see Spider-Man, subscribe to Hulu, and watch There's a Murder in the Building.
Only murders in the building.
We don't get paid by Hulu to say this.
The spiritual successor
I'm working
to
on it, guys.
Three Amigos, right?
No. There's no Chevy Chase appearance in it. Maybe in season 2.
But Selena Gomez is his daughter, right? Isn't that what it is?
No.
Oh.
Whose daughter?
Chevy Chase's daughter from Three Amigos. It's a Three Amigos sequel, Tudong. You didn't know that?
I didn't understand what you meant. Yes.
All right.
Just to let you know that I'm fine with that. Maybe not so much a sequel, but
bravos.
All right.
Let me tell you.
All right. So that was
anticipation. Gets a guest star. I'm for it.
It was a bad joke. I'm sorry. It was stupid. Okay, moving on from my bad joke to.
No, it was a good joke. Good joke.
Our most anticipated movie, TV, media thing of 2022, the thing we are most excited about. I can't wait to hear what you guys have for this. Okay, Tudong, yours.
Well, mine, it shouldn't be too much of a surprise. My most anticipated for next year, because it was most anticipated for this year, but it got moved back, and it is The Batman. We've got Robert Pattinson as the Dark Knight, and so on and so forth with some other people, and it's all of them have looked great, and I absolutely love it already. I haven't even watched it yet. I've been waiting to see Pattinson as the Dark Knight, because get the taste out of that Batfleck out of my freaking mouth, because unbelievable. I hope that he's able to actually say things that aren't unbelievably stupid. This is the world's greatest detective, and he's saying things like, if there's a 1% chance, it's 100% chance. So math doesn't work like that. That's what happens, folks. You see. But I think that's going to be a great movie, and I can't wait to see it.
I think it will be a great movie. This was almost my most anticipated.
I was about to say, bro, if we both pick the same things for all of it, I'd be very scared. Except for the prediction. Ours should be the same on that one. No. Everybody should be the same for our predictions.
Oh, well, we will see. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I think this is a good choice. I considered it for mine, but I think there's something that just makes me a bit more excited.
Really?
All right, Charlie, your most anticipated. Oh, I almost put this on my list too.
So let me explain. There are things that I am more. Okay. By the way, the Lord of the Rings. This is the Lord of the Rings television show.
The Amazon show
on IMDb. They didn't. I couldn't find like a good poster of it or anywhere.
Yeah, they haven't released anything.
There are things that I'm more excited on a personal level to watch than this next year. And I could give you a long list of things that I'm really looking forward to, and I'm not going to bore you with that. But there's nothing that I'm more curious about than this, because of how much money went into securing the rights,
so much,
and then how much money went into making the show.
Yeah,
I'm really curious to see if they pull it off, and it's great. Because anything less than that, and it's going to just be a disaster. It can't be okay. Like, it can't be, it's all right. It's got to be great. It's got to be great. It's like 150 million, I think, just to secure the rights, or 100 million to secure the rights. So, I mean, like, we're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars into this production of this 8-episode series. But, if it's good.
Beyond my abilities at the moment.
Okay, so
Siri, stop it! You're killing me, Siri. I don't know if you guys can hear Siri talking to me there.
Is there anybody from the movies that are going to continue their role, or all different?
It takes place like hundreds of years or something before the movies. I think maybe Kate Blanchett's character. I've heard rumors might be in it, but there's not like a ton of like. I don't want to see spoilers. I'm like digging too deep. So maybe Brody, maybe you've seen stuff.
I haven't.
I haven't seen anything like, so the threads are going to be loose that connect it, but it's going to be in that universe, which I think is a fun universe. Like, look, we have shows like The Witcher, which, you know, for the problems that I've had with it, like with the way that some of the storytelling was in season 1, what it does right or what it does well, like really dwarfs what it doesn't. Like, I think that's a good show. And there's a Game of Thrones prequel coming out next year. Mm-hmm. We've got this coming out. It's just, if these television shows are hitting, it's just going to further cement my position that, you know, that we're transitioning out of the glory days of movies and these big budget things only being available in theaters to really having these big budget blockbusters available at home from like a episodic television perspective. And I'm excited for that. So I'm really curious to see if they can pull this off. If they can pull this off, I think it's going to be really great for the television industry as a whole, and just really great for Lord of the Rings fans. Which, you know, as much as I tease you, Brody, about the movies, kind of like, I don't know if I could sit through them all anymore. I like the universe. Yeah. I think it's fun, and I think that our media, like the television movie landscape, is better with Lord of the Rings and fantasy in general stuff in it. So I want to see it. I want it to be good. But more than anything, I'm just curious. If it's a train wreck, I'll watch it too. And then we can have an episode here about how horrible it was and what a huge mistake. And how do you spend that much money on something and make it bad? Just make it good. Oh my gosh, it better be good. It has to be good.
Yeah, right.
Well, you should ask Zack Snyder how you put all that money into it and still make it bad. 5-6 hour movie, and we still have no clue what's happening. So unless he's doing it, I don't know how they can make it bad.
That. They loved. I know you're not a Schneider fan, but right now there are people who are typing angry comments because they're Schneider fans.
Nobody here who watches this is a Schneider fan. Nobody.
Snyder.
Probably not anymore.
Yeah. No, we have had comments that people do like this. Tudong, what would be a number that Amazon would spend on the first season that you think would be too much money?
Too much money?
Yeah.
Is it 250 million? Is that what they spent?
Oh, wow.
Like Tudong, if you said there's no way they spent over this.
Oh, jeez. There's no way they spent over $500 million. I've never heard of any kind of a thing reaching that level of money. Once we get into that, then it's like, now this movie basically could run a country or something like that at that point in time.
Well, you're in luck because they didn't spend $500 million. They spent $465 million on the first season, just the first season.
That includes buying the rights, though, right?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not digging in.
8 episodes. Are they an hour? Like, they're like a half hour?
A 20 minutes. 22-minute episode.
It's a sitcom with a laugh track.
Oh, like, gosh.
I just put on the ring. It's your funeral. It's a bad soundtrack. It's on CBS. It's going to be great.
Yeah, Charlie, I thought about putting this on my list because I'm really excited for this. I really like the movies. I'm with you. I am so curious to see what this is going to be. They spent so much money on this. Like,
look, this is gonna be historic one way or the other, right? It's gonna be great, and it's gonna set a precedent that other companies are gonna follow, or it's gonna go down in history as like the worst stupidity and biggest failure of all time. It'll be up there with Waterworld, which is a punchline for a few decades. It could be
up there with Justice League.
It could be.
Both
stop! Justice League made
be up
plenty
there
of
with
money.
Batman v Superman. Like it's some kind of court.
It made so much money. That's so.
All right. We're moving on to me. For my most anticipated, I'm so excited for this. It's the Obi-Wan Kenobi show.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Watching things like Mandalorian, seeing this Favreau Star Wars verse that we've got going on. We're getting Ewan McGregor back, who to me was like this shining star in the prequels. I love Ewan McGregor. I loved his Obi-Wan. I can't wait to see more. I'm totally fascinated that they're bringing back Hayden Christensen. Like, I want to see I want to see what they're doing with that, because they're like filling in some little gap that we didn't know existed. Because we went from episode 3, where they walk away and he becomes Vader, and we always thought that led into episode 4, where they met each other again on the Death Star. But now we're getting this little inside story that we don't know what it's going to be. I'm fascinated by this. I can't wait to see this. I'm so excited, partly because these Disney Plus Star Wars shows have been so good. And I'm so looking forward to this. I can't wait. I want a trailer is what I want. I want to see like what this is looking like. I want to see what Obi-Wan looked like. I want to see, like everything. I want to see it all. I can't wait for this.
That's cool.
All right.
Good choice, bro. Good choice.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
This was almost my pick as well. Very, very excited for it.
Yeah. It's going to be super cool.
How much they spent on this one, and how many episodes?
Ooh, probably not 465 million.
They had to get the rights back from themselves,
give or take.
All right. Okay, moving on. Okay.
Predictions.
Now predictions. Now this is going to be fun. We're just having fun with this. We'll come back next year around the same time, and maybe we'll take a look at... Charlie, I think we did predictions last year, didn't we?
No. We did New Year's resolutions.
Oh, just resolutions. That's right. Did you ever watch Interstellar?
No, but I have now access to Paramount Plus, which has Interstellar on it. So I will be getting that in before the end of the year and fulfilling my duty as a New Year's resolution maker.
There you go. And
just under the wire.
You just made it. I did watch The Good Place. I watched all of season 1 and part of season 2. It was good.
I can't believe you're stopping mid-season 2. It's a random place. It's such a short show. Just finish it. It's like, you know what? I'm going to watch 3/4 of Interstellar, and I'm just going to stop.
No, you told me to watch season 1. I watched season 1 and beyond.
And either you liked it and you kept going, or you didn't like it and you stopped. But to like it enough to watch half of season 2 makes no sense. I'm telling you, I'm gonna reach the 2-hour mark, and wherever I am, I'm stopping.
No, you can't do that. I watched that. I didn't get through 6 episodes of season 1 and stop. I watched all of season 1, just like you told me to.
Easy watch, not like Interstellar, which is like a sad, slow movie where everyone's dying.
Oh, but it's
and everything's
so good.
The worst.
It's so good.
Everything is the worst. Yeah, it's true.
Oh, I love
Everybody's
that movie.
dying.
I love that movie so much.
My prediction, my bold 2022 prediction is that Brody never finishes The Good Place ever. That's my 2022 prediction.
I'll finish it tonight. Doggone it!
You're gonna finish all 4 seasons of The Good Place tonight?
There's 4 seasons. Jeez.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Why didn't you just stop at season 1, bro?
I don't know. It was interesting. I also kind of hate the Jason guy. He's
so great. Oh, he's the best. Oh, Jason's so great. He keeps getting better too. Just keep watching.
Oh, great. All right. Okay, well, back to our 2022 predictions. I'm super excited. I want to know what you guys are predicting. Tudong, you're up.
This is going to be my prediction from now on. I predict that in 2022, Nathan Fillion will be recognized as the glorious film actor that he is. And if he's not this year, that it's going to be next year. All right? He is going to be in one of these films. He's finally going to be cast, maybe as Green Lantern, not with Warner Brothers making stupid decisions. But he's going to be cast, and he is going to be recognized as a film actor, not just television anymore. He's been in film, folks. He's been in lots of film and television, but he's taking too much time television. He's got to be going into film right here. Come on.
So, in order for this to come true, he needs to be the star of a.
That's not true.
Okay, how are you measuring?
How many times have you seen the best friend in movies suddenly get launched into a career nobody even knew who they were beforehand? So he could be like the best friend or something along those lines in a movie, and people are like, "Where has this guy been?" And we'll be like, "He's been here. He's been here for years. Now put him in something here. Get him into the mainstream. Get him A-lister like. Come on, it's Nathan Fillion, folks. Nathan Fillion, sir, if you're listening, hello." I can't help it. I'm starstruck. I can't even talk like that. Come on, man. You get scripts sent to you all the time, and every time you've got your agent saying, "Hey, we're gonna put you in this, and we'll make you a huge, big star." Uncharted.
So what you're saying? He just needs to star in a movie?
Well, no. He could just be in a film and then just kind of be recognized for the glorious acting talent that he is. But he keeps getting into things because he's a character actor. You see, Brody, Charlie understands. Character actor, right?
But
You see him in things. He was in the Suicide Squad. He had a mask on the entire time. Nobody knew who it was. He was in one of the Star Wars movies. It was just his voice. Nobody knew who he was.
So when we come back in December 28th of 2022, and we are looking.
2023 is going to be. He will be the glorious faces one for every single time until it happens, bro. That's the prediction.
No, but
sooner or later you'll be right.
What I'm saying is that when we come back and we review these, how are you judging whether your prediction came true or not?
Well,
what's the metric?
I'll just interject that it can't possibly come true because according to his IMDb page, he doesn't even have any upcoming projects. So he's not even he hasn't even booked a gig in 2022 yet. I mean, he's still in The Rookie, which if that isn't canceled, he'll still be on a television show. But I don't think he's going. Of now,
it's fine. If
he'd
it's
have
not
to book a movie and then do it.
It'll be the next year. It's gonna happen one of these days. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. It's like back when Tyson was the heavyweight champion, and one person was like, "I'm gonna choose the other guy." Sooner or later, it has to happen. The other guy wins. Sooner or later, Fillion, he's gonna get his due finally.
I say that if he does one movie this year in 2022. Then Dylan will recognize him as a glorious film actor, and therefore his prediction will have come true.
There we go.
So all he needs to do is one movie in 2022. That's the prediction.
First off, but I agree, and I already recognize him as a glorious film actor. I'm just hoping that he will then hit mainstream, where everybody understands what I'm understanding. Sure, there's lots of other people who understand as well. Dozens.
He was mainstream for a bit. After Firefly, I think he got pretty mainstream. Everybody was talking about Firefly after it was canceled.
Well, people who watched Firefly talked about Firefly when it was canceled. I didn't even see it. Charlie actually, he made sure that I saw it. I had no clue about it. So yeah, I know a lot of people, but either way, it's all right. If it doesn't come true this next year, that's okay. It'll happen next year. I have faith in my boy.
Okay.
Nathan Fillion.
All right.
Nathan.
Well, there is Tudong's prediction that Nathan Fillion will be mainstream in 2022.
That's right.
All right. Charlie.
All right. My prediction is that Avatar 2 will finally be released in the year 2022.
Oh.
It's coming in December. And actually, that's not actually my prediction. This is coming. But with it, I'm predicting that it will not be the box office success that people think it will be. I think it's not necessarily going to tank, but I think it's going to disappoint. It's not going to do numbers like the first Avatar did. The first Avatar, by the way, has there ever been such a, like, just a blah movie that has just like captured the collective consciousness the way that Avatar did? An unquotable,
it was weird,
completely unmemorable film, flat performances. Nothing, I can barely remember it, but people were seeing it in 2D and then going back and seeing it in 3D. It was like a spectacle. Spectacles are great. You know, everyone can gather around and look at the car accident, and it's a spectacle. But if this year in 2022, if something isn't good, I just think we're going to start to see less and less of that kind of it just being a spectacle enough to get eyeballs and to get money. I think things are going to have to be good to start doing numbers. I think we're going to be trending in that direction, and maybe we won't fully achieve that in 2022. But with the competition that there is now with like streaming services and other entertainment that's so accessible to people, you can't just put out a movie and slap, you know, like if Batman isn't good, it's not going to do well. It has to be good. And that hasn't always been the case, as you can, I mean, it's just Batman vs. Superman was a terrible movie and it did numbers. I just think there's a point that we're going to reach where just saying it's Avatar 2, everyone's going to be curious and they're going to want to go see it, isn't going to be enough. Now, it's James Cameron, and it's a mistake to bet against James Cameron. I hear he's doing some like innovative underwater filming for this movie, and it's probably going to be really cool. But the movie probably will also not be good because the first movie wasn't good. I don't even remember the names of the characters. Nope. I can tell you the plot, but while I'm describing it to you, you're going to say, wait a minute, that's like these other 6 movies. Yeah. And I'll be like, yes, it was a very generic plot, but it was also in 3D. And then my kids will look at me and in a strange, like, was that appealing to people? And yes, it was for a brief moment in 2009. 13 years ago when this movie was relevant. Man. And sure, I know, Terminator 2, 7-year difference. Alien, 7 years. But 13 years later, I mean, I don't know anybody who's excited about this. I know there are articles and things that people are trying to pep it up. And I know people will go see it because they're just curious. But I don't know anyone that's like a big Avatar fan. Sure. Like I've never seen a person wearing an Avatar t-shirt. I have never had a conversation with someone and we're like talking Star Wars and Marvel and they're like, hey, Avatar. Avatar. It's just never happened. My kids don't have Avatar plushies or toys. Yeah. Like what do we do? It's like, I don't know. Anyways, I think this is going to be a disappointment, and finally, I think Lord of the Rings is going to be successful, and I think Avatar is going to be, and I think we're going to start to see this passing of the torch. We're heading into the golden age of television, boys. We're already there, but it's going to be more spectacle on your home screens and less important to go to the theaters. Let's make it happen. No more going out of our houses in 2023. We're staying home forever, boys. No more leaving the home. Who's with me?
Charlie, I think you're actually spot on with this prediction. I
agree.
I think that
I can't remember the name of the guy who stars in it.
Sam Worthington.
Yeah, he's terrible.
Like even his name is like, nothing against the guy, but even his name sounds like just somebody who works in an insurance company.
Yeah, you know, he went on to do like the Terminator reboot, and that didn't go anywhere. And
they really
the poor guy
tried to make him anything. They really did.
Yeah, he had a lot of backings, and everything he did kind of just, I don't know. But I think you're spot on, Charlie. I think the Avatar 1 came out in kind of this weird storm of hype over 3D and CGI and special effects that we hadn't seen before, and it just took off like crazy. And I don't know. I agree. I don't think that I don't know who's looking forward to this. And they've got like 6 more of these things planned, and it's crazy. You know, like if Avatar 2 does not do well, I don't know what they're gonna do, because Cameron is like hell bent on making 10 of these movies.
Now, I will say, if I'm wrong and this is good, I'd be happy to be wrong about that. Like
Sure.
if this ends up being like a great franchise, and it's like actually like a really good script with like some real depth, like that the first movie just didn't have. Like great, like I'm happy to eat my words on that. What I don't want to see happen is that it's terrible and it's garbage, hot garbage, and it makes a ton of money. Don't go see this if it's bad. We have more ways to know it's bad. Like there's more, you have access to more information. Tune into Talk Top Punch. We'll do a trailer reaction. We'll tell you our opinions on it. If it's hot garbage, don't go see it.
Well, and now this is in the Disney family. So, how's Disney going to look at this stuff? And are they going to push this thing to the moon? I don't know.
This is in the MCU. You'll see. They're gonna attack Earth, and then it's gonna be like all connected. And then all of a sudden, Star Wars is all the universes are gonna meld together in this multiverse. You're gonna have it's coming.
There you go. No, I think that's a good prediction, Charlie. Is it scheduled to come out in December? Is that the release
December
date
of next year? Yeah, it was supposed to be December this year, but then it got pushed back with COVID stuff. So who knows? This may end up being 2023, but as of now, it's scheduled for end of the year next year.
James Cameron has to develop some new technology, man. Just what he does.
The rumors are like the underwater sequences are going to blow people's minds, which great. I will watch those on like YouTube later.
We have the VR setting now on our phones. We don't need to go any of these shenanigans.
Oh man!
Not necessarily. Can you imagine walking with Peter and putting on those grungy used 3D glasses in the year 2022?
They don't do that anymore. They never did that. They were always you always got to take them with you or throw them away.
These used, sweaty, smelling like some guy's face, just hair clumps.
Oh
in
no!
The hinges.
Charlie, no!
Just
kind of
don't do the hair.
Pulling out these long threads of hair. Like whose hair is this long?
Stop.
Why am I still pulling out this clump of hair from the gears from the hinge?
See, this is why you're not supposed to actually sneak into the movie and pick up the 3D glasses out of the trash. I keep telling you, it's a bad idea. You don't want to do it.
For free, Dylan.
Gross.
I know.
We need to move on. Charlie's talking about hair. I gotta move on. Okay, my prediction for 2022. I predict that Disney Plus is going to merge with another streaming platform, and it's going to include more adult content. I think
they already do that with Hulu?
No, they haven't merged. You can get like the Disney Plus bundle. Yeah, Charlie, you have your hand up.
When you say adult content,
not like not like adult content, but like so right now Disney Plus doesn't have anything over PG-13. So I think we could be getting a merger with something like Hulu. We could be I think we could possibly see stuff that's rated R. I think they are going to push Disney Plus as something that they want to more rival the Netflix and the HBO, where they can put all their brands.
HBO?
Huh?
Did you just say rival HBO, like HBO Max?
Yeah.
So Disney Plus is finally going to rival HBO Max.
I think so. I think that's where they want to head.
I think that HBO Max is trying to keep up with Disney Plus. That's what I think. I've never seen that they have higher numbers than Disney Plus, do they?
Well, but I mean in terms of like variety of content.
Oh.
Because so right now as Disney Plus stands, we would never get Deadpool on Disney Plus.
Oh.
Because they don't allow things that are rated R.
Where's Logan streaming? That's streaming somewhere? Is that on Max?
Hulu.
It's on Hulu. Okay.
I mean, I saw it on Hulu because it's not on. I thought that it was on Disney Plus, but no, it was on Hulu that I saw.
Yeah. Okay.
So things like Deadpool, things like Logan, right now will not show up on Disney Plus because they're rated R. I think in 2022, I think we're going to get a merger. I think we're going to get more adult stuff that is going to broaden the variety that Disney Plus offers. They've kind of experimented with it overseas, where they have like Disney Plus Hotstar, where you have profiles where, similar to other streaming things, you know, like Netflix, you can have just your normal profile, but then you can also have a kid profile. So then, you know, the kids are limited to whatever you set it as, so you can have it just as kids can only, you know, have G or PG or something like that. And then the adult profiles, you get the full library. I think we're going to get that for Disney Plus in 2022.
That'd be great.
Because they want to build that up. They do. And what that means for Hulu, I don't know. You know, does it just absorb Hulu and the Hulu goes away? I don't know. Hulu kind of has this nice little market on things like the TV shows. But
Look how Brody just hates Hulu. Just trying to get out of subscribing. You know what's going to happen next year? Hulu's going to be eliminated. I'll no longer have to subscribe to it. You wish, bro.
See, I don't think Hulu's going anywhere because they have things like the live TV. And so I think that can still remain their thing, where they focus on TV and live TV and be more of a channel thing. But as far as all the movies, I think Disney Plus is going to find a way to start bringing all that stuff in.
I'm really looking forward to a gritty Mickey where he's like, ha ha. Think. Oh, let me smack the butt.
I don't know what's happening with your audio, Charlie. Your audio is skipping, so it sounds like you're just like cussing away as a Mickey. Like
it was. You're welcome. It was a live edit. Thanks for stopping me from cursing.
All right, so I hope it comes true because I would like to watch more on Disney Plus.
You know, I'll tell you, bro. I almost put for my favorite this year the season 15 of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Pretty good.
See, I want the Alien franchise on Disney Plus. That's what I want. Oh, so there you guys go. There is our best of 2021. Most anticipated of 2022, and our predictions for 2022. We will revisit these next year and see who was right, who was wrong.
I'll be giving a play-by-play every time I'm on here, just to let you know. I'll be like, Nathan Fillion's almost there.
He almost booked a gig. Hey, book Nathan Fillion, put him in your movies.
Now you're talking.
He was in the Suicide Squad.
I know. I mentioned that. He was.
Maybe he'll show up in the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special or something. Maybe he'll be Nova in the MCU.
Maybe. Well, from all of us here at Talk Punch, we'd just like to wish you a happy new year. Hope you had a wonderful holiday. And we look forward to a whole nother year of getting to entertain you and just and visit with you guys and talk nonsense, movies and TV, and Pokemon Arceus, which will be the greatest game on the Nintendo Switch of 2022. We're all very excited for that. But to find out more about that and other content, make sure you check out our videos below. Hit that like and subscribe. And tell us your favorite part of Brody's beard. How long will it be by the end of 2022? Who knows?
Oh, I got to get it
trimmed. Stay tuned to find out. No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Getting long.
Shave it off and then wear it as a toupee.
That's okay. All right.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Subscribe.
Happy New Year.
Get us to 100 subscribers, please. Bye.